Hi, I'm Ronnie. I'm the CEO of Sage Construction. We are residential and commercial general contractors. So about 15 years ago, I started in the business and I was in the multifamily industry, primarily an owner's rep, meaning that I represented the owner on their properties for all CapEx projects. And what that means is whether it be a complete new build, renovating a percentage of an existing property, maybe we're renovating 20% of the unit count at a time. I would see the whole project through from day one to the end when we're turning the keys over. That could include fire units, flood units, units with mold, lead, other hazardous materials that would need to be remediated. And I was the liaison between the contractor and ownership. And that got me started in the industry, doing other projects on my own, and slowly got out of the multifamily industry and more into the commercial and residential space. It was more rewarding to me, being able to work with customers one-on-one, giving them the best experience that we can provide them, trying to be as clear as possible on the process and the expectations within the project. Oftentimes, single-family homeowner, it's their first time going through a renovation. It helps them and it helps us to be very clear on how the process goes, provide them with that schedule, and make sure that if there's any deviations in that schedule, we keep them up to date on that. And if we have any delays, they know what to expect. Taking the pride in all of our craftsmanship in each and every detail of the project is a huge part of what we offer and what we bring to our customers. Every little detail of every corner of the kitchen, if we're doing a kitchen, it's the smallest details that most people wouldn't notice, but we do. And we pat ourselves on the back for taking the time, the extra time, and going above and beyond to deliver a superior product for the customers. Our construction process is simple, seamless, and fairly painless for the customer. From the time we sign the pre-con agreement, we're working with our customer and being the liaison between them and the architect, and putting our customer's ideas and thoughts and vision onto paper and making sure that it's something constructible with the architect. Once we have our final set of drawings, we then do our takeoffs, accurately estimate the project, labor and materials, and then provide our customer with our final estimated cost to build the project. After we sign the construction agreement is when we get back to the drawing board and start creating our schedule. The schedule is a huge and integral part of the process. Once our project manager develops that schedule, our customer is then given a copy. This allows transparency between us and our customer. It helps them to see the process, and not only do they visually see the project coming to fruition and being constructed, but they also get to see and track the progress on their digital schedule as well. It's a huge benefit to our customers. We get a lot of positive feedback on the processes that we utilize and how we implement them throughout the build. Whether it's a new construction build or a kitchen or bath remodel, we use the same processes and the same systems for every project that we perform. Over the past years, one of the many things that I noticed was kind of the handshake deals. Contractors performing work for owners without having a legal document in place. That protects the contractor and it protects the owner as well. The root word of contracting is contract. So for every project that we do, we have a clear agreement between Sage Construction and the owner with a clear scope of work within that. We have a start date and we have an end date, so that everyone that is involved with that project knows exactly what work will be performed and when it will be completed. For our team and all subcontractors that work with us, honesty and integrity are number one on our list. We're always upfront and honest with our customers. Honesty is what keeps customers calling us back, and honesty is what has our customers referring other people to us. Let's face it, In the construction world, there's a stigma that all contractors are crooks, and it's just not the case. Yes, there are some bad apples, but there's also a ton of great ones, and we're one of them, and we pride ourselves on that. Providing value to our customers, giving them a fair price for the project, and going for that repeat business and the long-term customer is what keeps our business thriving and growing month after month. Oftentimes in the residential space, we have to educate the customer on the difference between the higher price contractor and the lower priced contractor. The price difference is basically the premium for us covering all of that risk. When you have management in place to deliver a project on time and on budget, it takes people, and people cost money. So if you have one guy in his truck when his dashboard is his desk, of course he's going to be a lower price than someone like us who has management in place, SOPs in place that help us to dictate the project and have it as smooth as possible throughout. In my experience, something that is more common than not is contractors showing up, collecting money, and never returning. Happens all the time. We don't collect money up front. We collect a down payment once the agreement is signed, and the down payment dollar amount is within the allowable amount from the state of California. The customer's biggest fear is having a contractor in their home, tearing the place apart, collecting money, and leaving them with an unfinished project. And that kind of goes back to contractors getting a reputation because of the honesty. When we engage in a project, when we sign an agreement with a customer, it's our pledge and it's our word that we're going to see that project through, and we're going to deliver a finished project no matter what. Having the customer's trust is a huge part of everything that we do. We're the doctor and they're the patient. We're there not only to deliver a product, but also to guide them through the process of that project. And so earning and having their trust is a huge thing for us. A piece of advice for all homeowners or even commercial property owners is to make sure that the contractor bidding the work or the contractor performing the work is licensed in the state of California to do that work, right? Don't have a concrete company painting your house unless they're licensed for it. This can lead to major problems, not only for the contractor performing work unlicensed, but problems for the property owner. Any warranty work or any uncompleted work would not be covered and would result in a loss of money, and you'll end up in the courtroom and nobody wins there. So make sure that the contractor you're hiring, you can go to the CSLB, the Contractors State Licensing Board, type in the company name, and you can see all their licensing on that webpage and verify that it's active and that they have the proper insurances to cover what you need.